All right, let's get right into it. Today, we are digging into one of the biggest, wildest, and frankly most expensive bets in modern tech history. We're talking about Mark Zuckerberg completely rebuilding Meta from the inside out and betting the entire company on AI. So let's just start with the number that has Wall Street's collective head spinning: $72 billion. That's what Meta is forecasting for its capital spending in 2025 alone. To put that in perspective for you, that is nearly triple what they spent just a few years back in 2021. This isn't just a big number, okay? This is like the budget of a small country, not a single company. It's just staggering. So yeah, that leads to the really obvious question, right? What on earth could they possibly be spending that kind of money on? Is it another swing at the metaverse? More VR headsets? The answer, it turns out, is much, much bigger than that. See, all that cash isn't just for some shiny new project. No, it's fueling a fundamental shift in the company's entire identity. Zuckerberg is steering the massive ship that is Meta away from just being a social media company and rebuilding it from the ground up on a totally new foundation: artificial intelligence. And this shift it's profound. For years, we've all known Meta, or Facebook, as the social media giants. Ads, photos, all that. But the new Meta, it's an infrastructure company. We're talking about building these massive, sprawling data centers and fighting a full-on war for the best AI talent. And here's the crucial part: they're also designing their own custom AI chips. That's a huge move to try and get an edge on their rivals, and maybe more importantly, to stop relying so much on giants like NVIDIA. But here's the twist in all this. If you're sitting there thinking this is all some far-off, futuristic gamble that might pay off in 10 years, you'd be missing the most important part of the story. Because this massive AI investment, it's already having a huge impact on the one thing that keeps the lights on at Meta. Yeah, let's be really clear about this. Advertising is still king. A jaw-dropping 98% of Meta's total revenue comes from its ad business. That means every bit of AI research, every custom chip, every single data center, it's all being paid for by this one incredibly powerful engine. And AI is already making that engine so much more powerful. Meta's internal AI systems are seriously supercharging the user experience. They're getting way better at recommending videos you'll actually want to stick around and watch, which has led to a 20% jump in watch time. And for the advertisers, well, for them, it means better targeting and a 5% bump in performance. So the takeaway here is that AI isn't just some bet on the future, it's a profit multiplier right now. So naturally, when a company says it's going to spend tens of billions of dollars on what sounds like a high-tech moonshot, investors, they tend to get a little nervous. So how is the financial world actually reacting to Zuck's all-in AI gamble? This phrase pretty much sums up the entire vibe on Wall Street right now. Because Meta's recent profits have been so strong, boosted by those very AI efficiencies we just talked about, investors are kind of giving Zuckerberg the benefit of the doubt. The message is basically, okay, we see the early results. You can keep spending for now, but we are watching closely. But look, that patience, it is not a blank check. You just can't spend billions and billions of dollars forever without showing a real game-changing payoff. The pressure on Meta to prove this investment will create something way bigger than just a more efficient ad business is immense. And that goodwill, it definitely has an expiration date. Okay, let's zoom out for a second, because Meta isn't making this bet in a vacuum. They're a key player in what is, without a doubt, the most intense technological arms race of our generation. And this battlefield is crowded. You've got OpenAI, who basically made AI a household name with ChatGPT. You've got Google racing ahead with its Gemini model. Microsoft is cramming AI into every corner of Windows and Office. And don't forget Apple, who's moving really, really fast behind the scenes. For Zuckerberg, the stakes here are absolutely existential. If they fall behind in this race, it could mean the end of Meta's relevance as a top-tier tech company. And that brings us to the final, and by far the most ambitious part of this whole story. Because this isn't just about competing with Google or making Instagram Reels a little more addictive. No. Zuckerberg's stated endgame is something else entirely. He actually said this publicly: superintelligence is now in sight. Now, that's a statement that sounds like it was pulled straight out of a sci-fi movie, but he absolutely means it. He's talking about the ultimate prize in this AI arms race, creating artificial general intelligence, or AGI. We're talking about systems that could, one day, become more intelligent than human beings.
So that leaves us with the billion-dollar question, doesn't it? With this massive, company-defining pivot, is Mark Zuckerberg truly trying to build the next chapter of human history with superintelligent AI? Or is this just the most sophisticated and mind-bogglingly expensive effort ever devised to build a more perfect, more powerful, and ultimately more profitable advertising machine? That's the gamble. Thanks for watching.